A smile back on the face of Juan Ayuso just days after announcing he is leaving UAE Team Emirates XRG and criticising the team management for their dictatorial stunts. Clearly, he was given the freedom, after all, to go for the stage win and take a second victory at this Vuelta. Adam, it's been quite the roller coaster couple of days for Juan Ayuso, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, yeah. So is dictatorial. I've never heard that before, but
you said it now. Well done.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Do you know what? Ayuso, being in a team that he's allowed to go up the road, allowed to go for stage wins, gets team support, it's a wonder why he's leaving that team, because he is basically being given free rein after everything that's happened to go and do what he's very good at, and that's winning bike races. He was very impressive today with the support of Mark Soler. It's great to see those two coming together after everything that we've heard, everything that we've seen, and he put in a very, very strong performance. It's really difficult to know why he's leaving the team when you see performances with teammates like this, because it's almost like the pressure's off him, so he's able to perform. I don't know if that pressure he put on himself beforehand, that he expected maybe more, but I'm enjoying seeing this version of Juan Ayuso. He's very entertaining, he's great to watch. And look, he's won his second stage in the Vuelta already. I
guess it is very different from going for the general classification and needing the team support around that, and whether or not you are giving that support to João Almeida. And we do have the Angleroo to come tomorrow. We'll see how that all plays out. But can we assume with all of this that they've kissed and made up, Matt?
There's clearly a good, I don't know, a good ambience within the team. You know, we saw Mark Soler ride completely sacrificially. Because they were outnumbered. There were teams with multiple rides. I think one team had 5. Movistar had actually 5 in that move. UAE only 2. Other teams with multiple riders. And given the class of both of those rides from UAE, the spotlight was on them to do pretty much everything and to shut things down. So it was a really complicated stage to manage. But they paced that final climb right, and then set him up perfectly. Roma did a great ride to follow that attack. I was quite surprised. I actually thought when he went, this was going to be it. He's going to wipe the floor with everybody. He didn't. It wasn't quite as emphatic as an attack that I thought, but quite clearly, the way that he's ridden today, it's as if, as Adam was alluding to, the decision's been made. He's on his way. Let's just get on with the rest of the season. There's clearly something that's been said in the team, otherwise he wouldn't have been given the freedom. I mean, we don't actually know if he was given the freedom, because it was such a chaotic, we can assume, but it was such a chaotic opening that they needed some sort of representation. They needed support around Almeida just in case something kicked off in the final.
He was the guy when 15 guys were away when we were on the show. He was the one that opened it up again. So on that first climb of day, he was the first attacker to really punch into it. So Ayuso did put himself into that move, so you think he must have been given freedom. Sorry, I always find it interesting what you said, Ola, going for GC. That's the confusion with this. Is he said he's going for GC, then he said he's not going for GC. Is he not? Because that's one thing where, if we know the answer to that, this is obviously a brilliant performance, even if he is going for GC, but it's the confusion of what we're getting from that team that's translated to us, that we don't actually know his ambitions for this race. And that can make things very difficult to read into, because if that is the case, then he's doing brilliantly. But if it was for GC, obviously, he's making up for it. But you can see why there'd be the annoyance within the team of he's going for GC and then he drops right off. But then he can go and win 2 stages.
He's doing his own thing, really, in a way, isn't he? Were you surprised, though, to see him in that mix today? Because I was really tempted to pick him. I was, though. He was the... I mean, I wasn't being very clever. He was the favourite.
This with 20k to go. 20k
he
to
was
go.
He was the pre-stage favourite, right? I'm not trying to pretend that I had any sort of, crystal ball in this. None of us went for him, and I'm wondering if that is because we thought it might be just a bit crazy to see him up the road after everything that's been happening.
Yeah, I think we can emphatically say he's not going for GC, because he started the day at 1 hour 1 minute behind. So there was never. I thought it was, but he's just right off back to that. It wasn't the case.
He's definitely not going.
So he's not going for GC. I just needed to check that. So, but yeah, it wasn't one of the names I picked. I thought he might just be held back a little bit.
Oh.
Didn't surprise me to see Soler up the road.
Who did you pick?
I picked. I made a boo-boo. I picked Almeida.
A boo-boo.
I said there was going to be a break. It was but back to answer the question. He's actually said after all the fallout, when he actually did say, "I'm here for stages. I'm going to support my team to the end of the race, but I'm looking forward to the next chapter." So I think that was quite clear, and I think that clearly the way that Soler rode as well. You know, they'd obviously had a bit of a chat, so the relationships must be good. Otherwise, Soler would have been given a bit more freedom. So let's see how he rides tomorrow. Let's see if he has good legs again when Almeida might really need him. But on the slopes of the Angleroo, teammates, I don't know how much help they can actually give on a
it looks like
steep.
Adam has picked up a wooden spoon there. You're going to have a little stir.
No, I'm not going to have a stir at all. I'm just going to basically say a rider like Ayuso performing as he has done on singular days. Tomorrow's a huge day for his team, possibly the most important day in this Vuelta so far. Almeida will want as many teammates as he can around him for as long as he can on a stage like tomorrow. What's Ayuso going to bring to the table tomorrow?
What about Matt's point that there's very little you can probably do on a slope with the gradients of the Angleroo?
Yeah, on the Angleroo, but there's 3 climbs before that. So there's a lot of climbing before that. If on the first climb he drops back, one of the strongest climbers in the race, then the questions will be asked. Yes, it's great for him and the team's success, but the team are here to try and win this Vuelta. And if Almeida needs a teammate and he's not there, is the stage win worth it for someone that's leaving the team and for someone that's staying in the team and wants to win this Vuelta overall?
I think they'll take that win today. I think it's important.
They've got no choice.
Yeah. It's weird that we're speaking like that. What was it you were saying before we came on air? Was it 78 wins or something?
78 wins this year.
I mean, that's insane. I think Ayuso's got about 8 of those himself. You know, so 2 in this race. So I think as a PR operation and with the way they rode, I think it's pretty good. But Adam's point's a good one. Let's see if he's left too much on the road. But again, leaving too much on the road and coming off with a stage when they're not been there for Almeida. What's the big picture? What's a primacy for the team?
It's such a funny sport that we can have so many question marks over a team who've won nearly half the stages of this race. 5 out of 12 stages have gone to UAE, and we're all still saying, not quite sure what their tactics are there and whether they're going to be happy or not. It's phenomenal. There's been no change in the top 5 after all of that. We do have a change to the top 6. Bruno Amorai has moved up to 6th place. That means that João Almeida is still in 2nd, and this man is still in 3rd. Let's hear from Tom Pidcock.
Tom, how was this stage and the last climb, quite hard from your perspective?
Yeah, decent pace set by Jumbo, but yeah, thankfully we didn't have to do full gas. Save it for tomorrow.
Exactly, tomorrow is Angliru. You've been the only guy able to drop Vingegaard on a climb, apart from Pogacar in the last year. Of course, tomorrow is a different climb. How you deal with such steep gradient?
Yeah, it'll be, 6-7 times as long. Look, yesterday was yesterday and tomorrow's tomorrow. So we'll see. I mean, I feel good. So I hope that continues tomorrow, but I'm not going to make any predictions now.
But you don't, pull yourself out of the contention for the stage win also.
So tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Of course, I think stage is on the cards. Of course, it provides that extra bit of motivation going for the line, like it was yesterday. But yeah.
But you're smiling.
Yeah. Why would I not be? We had a nice day. Didn't rain.
And yeah, definitely. And today again, anything you notice in the peloton and thinking about tomorrow that make you think that maybe tomorrow's anything is happening, like team saving energy or someone who impressed you the most? What happened?
Yeah, I think all the GC guys definitely saving for tomorrow. I mean, there was a bit of stress for this last climb when Jumbo started pacing quite hard at the bottom. I think people were worried Jonas was going to attack to Campenaerts or something, but yeah, I think everyone knows what's coming in the next couple of days.
Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you.
I do like Tom Pidcock's attachment to Jumbo as a team sponsor. It is Visma Leasebike, of course, who has their rider at the top of the general classification. Still, it's Jonas Vingegaard in the lead. 50 seconds ahead of João Almeida and 56 seconds ahead of Tom Pidcock. They're the only 3 within a minute of the lead right now. Torsten Trein is still in 4th at 1:06. Felix Gall 2:17. And the top 10 all separated by less than 3 minutes. Now, that is significant because 3 minutes on a day like tomorrow could completely disappear, couldn't it?